Guess who's been learning Denmark and teaching this Denmark apparently? This guy. Well, I'm going to show the move from the form, and then I'm going to show videos, footage from a longer Denmark thing where they actually do it on the person and knock them out. Uh, let's just say I can't get my students to volunteer for the pain, even the one that lives with me. I just touched him on one of the points, and he started wheezing, so I stopped, and he pretty much ran off now, and he's not down here. So let me show you what the first move I'm talking about is. Now, I'm going to say this. This one I hadn't quite figured out on my own. I had heard you could use it in the kidney, but I wasn't quite sure how. So I was at first kind of using it at the ribs, but now I see a much better use for it. So let's take a look. The form that I'm talking about is Hwa Rang. Typically your brown belt pattern if you're using Chang Han forms. It's called Hwa Rang. Okay, so we do the form like this. After you do the turn around here, one roundhouse kick, two roundhouse kick, here, we turn down block, we do the circle punch like this, L stance, a little lower, one, two, here, and go to here. So the first application from the Denmark video I'm going to show is for this punch. You want me to show you what I just did with the, now alright. So it's doing it down at this level. Even though other people who use Chang Han forms do it up here, do ours down here. They're hitting conception 15.
Oh my god. Are you okay? I thought he was gonna touch you. Dude punched you in the stomach. He just punched him in the stomach.
He's not dead.
Are you okay, man?
Now looking at it, I would have thought maybe it was conception 12. But there's other stuff that they say in the video where I looked up the point and they said it was indeed conception 15. And don't worry, they bring the guy back, they revive him and everything. So that's the first one. Doing a punch to conception 15. Let's just say, without me revealing too many of the secrets, that it's done with an egg hand, where you could hold an egg in your hand with an open fist. I've been teaching as an application to down block. Basically saying you could down block somebody in the rib cage. I just taught it as you could down block somebody in the ribs. Now, if any of my students have never seen this before, I'm sorry. It's probably because I went over this a lot with my with one of my nieces when I was training her, and then I found out she was using what I was teaching her on kids in the playground. So I had to stop. My sister, I'm the youngest, so my sister tells me what to do. So I had to stop training her. But basically, I use this as an application. This is an application that I did come up with on my own for down block. And I think the way that he's doing it a little bit different than he might do in a form is it looks to me like he's got more knuckle in it. Then that would be good so that the knuckle can reach between the rib cage and really get at that soft tissue. But they're calling it Denmark. I don't know if he's hit. It looks to me like he's hitting liver 14, though not quite sure. It looks like he's hitting either liver 14 or liver 13. But either way, if you hit somebody in the ribs near the diaphragm, I mean, it hurts. Even if you blunt the weapon by using the padding of the side of your wrist, if you hit it with enough force, especially with the sine wave and you're coming down, it's going to hurt. Hitting somebody in the ribs. If you get that knuckle in there so you can get between the ribs with the right rotation, that would really hurt. So this is an application for down block. Again, if you don't know what a down block is, At this point, I can help you, and this video is not for you. I don't mean to be a snob, but here we go. Down block application. Please don't try any of this stuff on people full force or really at all. I would just use your imagination to do it. Don't try any of this stuff unless you have somebody there who is certified in a Kyusho Jitsu organization. Doesn't have to be the one that I'm in, but just certified, a qualified instructor. Please, for your own good, so you don't end up sending the person to the hospital.